everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I am Lisa Richmond, and this is Tarot Tuesday. So I'm going to mix it up today because in meditation this morning, when I was pulling my cards, Spirit told me to do this. Like, brutal truth, this is exactly what Spirit told me to do, and that it is going to help connect with the audience in a different way. This is cool. Never done it this way. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you, I have reading 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So then I'm going to do like a little mini reading for 1, then for 2, then for 3. Okay. So how it's going to start is I'm going to pull 1 card from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I'm going to pull 2 or 3, depending on what Spirit wants, of the tarot to confirm and help with the reading of that oracle card, and then pull an animal spirit at the end. And then that's what I'll do for reading 1, then reading 2, and reading 3. Although they're saying right now, there might be different parts to each one that might interconnect. And that if you're watching with somebody or something like that, like you'd be like, hey, babe, pick a number. And they're like 3. And be like, okay. And then that's kind of like your connection with your partner or something like that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's do this. This is kind of fun. I like trying new things. Okay, so first, let's just meditate on it. I ask my guidance system to come in and allow me to receive messages deemed for the greatest good of all involved, from and only from the highest consciousness available. And may we be surrounded by love and ease and grace today. All right, Spirit, I'm going to be doing reading 1, reading 2, and reading 3. For the viewers, please tune in to your own guidance system right now and allow yourself to choose either reading 1, reading 2, or reading 3, and what resonates, what you can align with. Don't second guess the first one that comes in, and allow Spirit to connect these energies and let the individuals receive what they need to receive from reading 1, 2, or 3. All right, let's get started. Reading 1, this is for you if you have chosen reading numero 1. Okay, reading number 1, fork in the road. So this is number 13. So if 13 resonates with you, 1 and 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So if 13 or the number 4 resonates with you at all, 13 days, 1 to 3 weeks, the 13th of the month, that's in numerology if that resonates with you at all. The fork in the road is about going down your path and making decisions. So you've hit a point on your path where you're to make a decision. One thing that I will pick tarot to go with this, but one thing that this is Spirit saying with this fork in the road card is not to feel so conflicted necessarily about your decision making, but to help you choose the right path for you. Look where you've come from, number 1, and acknowledge how far you've come. Acknowledge the things that you've done in this life up until now that have gotten you there. Because a lot of self-acknowledgement and seeing how much you've accomplished has good momentum to help you make the choice. So sometimes we have to reflect on the journey thus far in order to really make good choices about going forward. And as you choose the path forward, reflect on, from all these experiences, how do I want to feel going forward? Okay. Do I want to focus more on what I've been focusing on, or am I ready to let that go? Do I want to choose for myself for the first time ever? Do I want to collaborate more? Am I ready to not do things so individualistically and be able to connect with community? So, and this is all about making the choice to go forward, but knowing that there is no wrong choice. Okay. No wrong choice. It's just about being clear about what you want in all things. Be very clear and feel it in your body. We've talked about this. It's creating the scene in your mind of how you want to feel, like really tune into you, and then see what choices you can make that then align with that. Okay. Not saying I don't care what I do as long as I get the money. That's not how it works. The money shows up when you are on your path of like your higher self and connected to the things that elicit your trueness. Okay. So get confident in who you are, acknowledge yourself for how far you've gone, and tune in to how you want to feel and what you really want. And then the decisions are going to become much more clear and they'll open up a lot easier. Okay, so that's your original message there for Fork in the Road. Spirit, any messages to go with it to help align us with the message of this fork in the road, making the decision in your life? Any tarot cards? So we have the Three of Air. Okay, that's like feeling all the feels. Three of Air is actually like I said, feeling all your feels is a big one, but like almost like recovering from heartbreak. Okay. And then Emperor, this is a strong divine masculine and also taking charge. This is amazing. Oh my God, this makes so much sense. They're pointing it up. This didn't make as much sense without the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor is the divine masculine, which means being confident in action forward, action steps, connecting yourself, the sun kind of like saying, okay, I'm ready to take charge. I know exactly what I need to go forward. Okay. And the Three of Air is almost like the heartbreak or letting go, cutting away of the things that no longer serve you, the things that you've gone through. And that's what the message was. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you've gone through, probably in like the last year, if not like 2, and say like, holy, I've gone through so much. I have felt all the feels. I've gone through it, but now like on the fork of the road, making my decision forward, having that action step forward is about acknowledging how far you've come, acknowledging everything you've been through, and then saying, because of that, I harness my power to step forward and make this choice. Trust yourself. Trust yourself so that when you make that decision, you make it with authenticity and personal power. Okay. And then let's get a spirit animal for reading 1. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So 44. So 4 is again, guys. And the Emperor is number 4. And then the Air is 3. Fork in the road is 3 and 1. You guys, this is crazy. Oh my God, I love this. 4 is such a number of I don't want to just say thought, but because it's kind of, it becomes cerebral, but like logical decisions, harnessing your power. 44 is very much of like a power role and being like, I take control, I take full control on this, like goosebumps. With the Emperor, like bam, seeing how far you come and making your choice from a place of power, not from a place of victimhood. If you've been through the ringer, acknowledge that and then regain your wholeness and say, this is where I'm going. Ooh, that's a good one. Ones. All right, that was for you, ones. Okay, I'm putting it back and I'm shuffling and starting again. I'm not even leaving those cards out because if it needs to come in for 2, then it does. Wouldn't that be wild? Okay, 2s. Let's harness into the energy of the 2s. 2. Connecting with the 2 energy. Anybody who chose to for the reading today, what do they need to hear? Spirit. Connecting. I feel so much heart space right here. There's a bunch of emotion around this. Imagine. Number 20. Imagine. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And yes, I do feel emotion with this. There's a lot of water energy. You can see there's like clouds and water, very blue. If the colors or anything really resonate with you. So imagine, let's see what this is all about. I want to pick from the tarot to go with it. Any direct messages for this? This is also like creating your future, where the 1 was more like coming from real experience, like going through it, a lot of action. Imagine is like is going into your heart and like connecting with spirit and really tuning into your intuition. And sometimes it's cutting away the actual intellectual thought and like getting too heady. And it's like, okay, dropping back down into your heart space. I feel so much emotional connection to this. Okay. And so it's like, if you can imagine it, you can create it, you can be it. Okay, anything that your heart's desires, what would your ideal life look like? This is a lot, even in the first one, 9 of Fire. Ooh, pretty emotional one as well. Okay, so call, which is 20, which as soon as I saw this, look at this. This is number 20 and this is number 20. And when I saw the Imagine card, I actually thought exactly of the call card, which is the like divine spiritual call. It is like your call towards your spiritual knowing, your enlightenment, like stepping up into the higher frequency. You are ready to align in with this like divinity of this higher level consciousness. This is a spiritual awakening. This is the rebirth of your like understanding and knowing of your soul. This is a very deep. And the King of Waters, the King of Cups, and that's like, again, emotional, connectedness, not necessarily like just like a lot of emotion, but almost like that emotional maturity, that acknowledgement of emotions and using them for your greatest good, connecting to your heart space from a powerful place. Now, the 9 of Fire came from, I want to feel like, again, like the number ones, the first card was like where you came from. So the 9 of Fire is like kind of like getting over the pause that you had, getting over the fears that were holding you back from really stepping into this enlightenment. And what was where you felt that pullback, which could have been like end of March, April series, is when you pull back. We've talked about this, the pullback where you feel that resistance and it's like all the fears, everything that you don't want, and then soar into the like into this time and space of receiving, and like enlightenment just keeps coming up. And make sure that you are in tune with your emotions, in tune with your heart space, communicate in a very confident way and align yourself to your higher purpose. Like tune in, ask your guides. This is a time of real spiritual connection for you. And so lean into it. Number 20 is going to be a big one. See where twos show up. 20 is a big number for you. Balance, but like really like balance is a big one because you're coming back into trusting your soul's desire. So this is a very deep emotional, spiritual connection. So be open to it. Okay. Sit in the tub, meditate on it, drink lots of water. You're showing me a rainbow right now too. So if that's significance to you, the rainbow with the water, very, very airy, spiritual, very spiritual. Okay. This was a hawk. Let spirit be your guide. So 32. That's as clear as it could be. Let spirit be your guide. This is a spiritual awakening. If you're not in it, you will be. And just allow yourself to be open to it and dissipate the fears or the ego aspect of self that's coming in that might hold you back from receiving this connection with spirit. And this is your time. This is your time to connect and trust. Might come through your dream state. You'll probably have a close interaction with your guides or some kind of spiritual acknowledgement. Okay, so be open to it and do all the things to balance yourself out with it as well. And they just water's a big one. Water's all connected to that heart space. Okay, so let me know for you number twos how this, and it's funny because your number's 2 and all the twos that came through with this. That's funny. Spirit, you're funny. Okay, number threes. If you pick 3, this reading is for numeral 3, I guess. Oh, I only want one card, Spirit. One card that guides our way between worlds. You guys, it's number 3. The card is number 3. And yeah, okay. So, number 3, we have Between Worlds. I really like this card because it's almost like, okay, this is kind of funny. I'm connecting it to reading number 1 was very much in the physical, like manifesting, going forward with your power, getting your feet on the ground. Number 2 is really connecting to spirit and spiritual awakening. And number 3 is that you're in between worlds right now. There might not be a lot of spiritual communication. It might be really quiet, and there might not be a lot that you're manifesting, but it's because you're in the in between. Oh my gosh, and I have been in between for a long time. I'm finally starting to come out of it, but the in between is the very important time when you've come in with integrating all of the influx of energy that has come through in the very powerful energy influx in the past 2 months, and you're integrating information. You are like siphoning it into your energy, and you are transmuting the energy that you do not need, sending it off into the universal order to be able to be recycled and sent back for the greater good. Then you're holding in your energy space things that you need in order for this upcycle for yourself. So it's kind of like you're in the integration, transmutation, rest process. So don't focus on all the things you're going to be doing. And also don't focus on all the things that you felt along the way, being like, okay, I've gotten all the stuff. It's not yet time for me to give it all. I have to integrate it. And with that comes rest and reflection, integration, transmutation. Okay. That is very clear. Okay. So this isn't an action step. This is an integration step. Okay. And how do you integrate? Some people integrate by writing. Some people, like I know my husband, he'll be able to integrate his information and release what doesn't serve him in the shower. And it's almost like this ceremonious thing where water will come down, and the water that goes down into the drain is like the stuff to let go of. Some people ground actually and put their feet in the dirt and ask the earth to like take down the information or the energy that's no longer needed. And it's like transmuting that and then receiving the light from the sun to be able to facilitate your growth, right? Okay, so what cards do we have for between number 3? Ace of Wire, Ace of Wire, Ace of Water, and 8 of Fire. Okay, so Ace of Water is what's your heart's desire. Okay. And the new ideas that are spawning from your heart's desire, which is really great because that's actually what happens in the in-between when you're in the manifestation process of like letting it go before action steps are taken, is the Ace of Water. What a great way connecting with your heart space. I talked about this, I think, on last Thoughtful Thursday on how spirit is very clear about the way forward for humanity in general is connecting to the heart space. So this is like, what is your true heart's desire? What are the things that you do want to take with you in this big energy influx that you want to integrate into your energy field? And what you don't, you're letting go of. And the 8 of Fire, I love because this is like an action step forward when you're ready. It's like when you're taking all the beautiful energy that you have collected, then you're ready to go. So this is so beautiful because between the Ace of Water and the 8 of Fire is the in-between. This is the heart's desire and creating what it is that's the desire, and this is doing something with it that is in alignment, that does not hold all the other stuff. So between the heart's desire and the action steps is the in-between world in which what you're in. So don't worry, you will get here. This is where you're going by creating this heart's desire, but the integration has to happen. Okay. So the big message for you is being very clear about what your heart's desire is and what you don't want to take with, and really allowing yourself to transmute all the energy that you're not using and you're not taking with you. Because when you're on your mission, when you're on your trails of what you're going to be doing, all of the energy, the lower density frequency that might be around you or that you used to carry is no longer coming with you. You're not bringing it with you. And so the in between is really about restoring the authentic energy within you, and that you don't have to worry so much about what's the next step? What's the next step? You can't do it yet. You have to be really clear about your heart's desire in order for the path to be lit up for you properly. Okay. So the in between is like a filtration system. It's like the energetic liver. Sorry, I don't know why they just kept bringing that up, and I'm like, I'm not saying it. And they're like, well, people understand it, so that might be for somebody out there. Your energetic liver filtering out what you don't need. Okay, what animal spirit wants to come through for number 3s today? Nightingales. Love is all around. Ace of water. Her true heart's desire. Connect with your love. Love space. Love is all around. This is really, really beautiful because in order for you to transmute the energy that doesn't align with that higher frequency, the best way of that balancing act or measurement tool is the love frequency. If it doesn't align with love, if it doesn't align with your true heart's desire, out it goes. Seriously. You don't have to carry things with you that doesn't align with your heart. I mean, it doesn't have to be a perfect situation, but if you are leading yourself and you're integrating in with the idea and the perception of love, then you're able to see way more clearly and things just become a little bit lighter, right? It's easier to do it this way. Okay. I hope this resonated. I think it will because it was really clear. Let me know. Give me some feedback on what you thought about this type of reading and this type of card pull. And you know what? You might have gotten something from each and every one of them. You might have been a little bit of 1, 2, and 3. When you're trying to choose a number, they gave you all 3. You never know. However it lands for you. Okay, so please let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe and share if you're called to do so. I love this. I love connecting in this channel. I feel like it's an open space for me to be my authentic self and be able to bring through these messages for the collective in a way that's really authentic to myself and my spirit guided mission. So I hope that you enjoyed it and that you have a wonderful Tuesday. And I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye, everyone.